Need to send a quick email? You shouldn't need 5 tabs and 10 minutes. I'll show you how I built an AI email assistant in OttoKit that handles it all, just from Slack. Let's go. So here's what it looks like in real time. We'll paste in our message. You can see above, I've been testing this out. We'll paste in our message. We'll hit enter. And immediately what's going to happen is our message will go to our AI agent here, and then it will go over to Mailchimp to grab the email address associated with that person's name. It will then go over to OpenAI to create a draft email, and then it will send that draft over to Gmail. And then finally, what we'll get is a message back to Slack that the draft email is now available. And as long as I've just talked about 40 seconds, we now have our draft email in our inbox ready to be sent. So let's go take a look at that. Here it is right here. And it simply states, hope you're doing well. Wanted to see if we could move our one-on-one meeting from 9 to 11 on Tuesday. Let me know if that works for you. Thanks. And all I did was send off a message to Slack. How cool is that? So let's dig a little deeper here into how all of this gets done. So we'll go over to our workflow here. So again, we're starting with Slack, and the Slack is just simply connecting to a Slack channel. And then we're doing a new channel message from a Slack channel. And that's it. Once we've got that, then our AI agent gets to work. So if we look into our configuration here, you're going to need an OpenAI API key to connect to OttoKit. And that's what we have here. And then over on the configuration tab, I'm using GPT-4o Mini, and that's because I'm connecting to Mailchimp list. And there's a lot of data that comes in that list, but you could easily switch that out for something like Google Sheets if you want to keep it separate from your entire list. And I briefly describe what it is the AI agent is to do. I bring in the information from the Slack message using the data here, and I tell it to use OpenAI to craft email based on that. And then I finally say use Gmail to create the draft message from the generated content. We do need a session key, and that is our user ID associated in Slack. And for additional instructions, I just grabbed what's down here. Do not assume anything. Ask for clarification if any information is missing. And that's all that is doing. From there, we go over to, let's go over to list subscribers. So I've got an API call into Mailchimp to pull in a list of all subscribers in this particular list. You'll need an API key to do that, and that's easy enough to do. Then you'll have your connection. Under the configuration tab, I'm pulling it in from a list called test, test, test. There's only 4 people in there. So if we go over to test, you can see here with just 4 people on the list, it brings in a ton of data. So that's going to use up a lot of tokens in your call with your AI agent. So keep that in mind. I'll just confirm there. So from our Mailchimp list, it then goes over to OpenAI. In the configuration tab, I'm using 4.0 latest, and I'm just giving it very basic AI role here. Helpful office assistant, create an email based on the subject matter contained in the Slack message. And then I give it specific instructions to sign off the emails with all the best, Larry. In the messaging, I am relying on the AI agent to communicate what it's supposed to be doing. So that's the dynamic mapping. That's the power of the AI agent. I don't have to specify what the message is. The message in this case is the Slack message, but I'm relying on the AI agent to put that in there. And then for the AI agent, I'm giving it very specific instructions to create an email based on the message in the Slack. All right, so that's the AI portion. And then in the draft portion, in the Gmail action, you're going to need to give permissions for OttoKit to connect to your Gmail account or workspace account, whatever you have. And our event here is to create a draft. If you're really trusting your AI, you could select send email, but I am not that confident. I do create draft. And in the configuration tab, I am again relying on the AI agent to put in the email address in the to field. And I'm using a static from email address and a from name. And the subject line is again relying on the AI agent to come up with, as well as the messaging in the email itself. So that is our Slack to draft email. And I say here and more because this is just the tip of the iceberg that you can do here with your AI agent. For instance, you could add in a Calendly connection, right? So let's do Calendly. You could add in your Calendly event. You can schedule an email link. You can invite people. You can cancel, fetch details, a lot of great stuff that you can do here. And then let's say you want to do maybe Google Meet. So you can do, or Google Calendar. So you can bring that in. Here's Google Meet right here, or you could do Google Calendar. So a lot of things that you can pull in all under basically one roof and have your AI agent run it all for you right from Slack messaging. That's a simple but powerful example of what OttoKit's AI agents can do. If this gave you ideas, consider using the link below to try OttoKit. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments how you might use an AI email assistant like this.